In this video, you will learn how to set up the free version of Hestia, including the options available until version 1.1.41. Keep in mind that in the future more options will be added or others will be removed. If you want to find the latest development news for Hestia and watch other WordPress tutorials that make your website great, consider subscribing to this channel. If you watched the video this far, probably you already installed Hestia. If not, you can find the link in the resources below, so let's get started. Here are the recommended plugins. I encourage you to install both, because Themeisle Companion will give you access to the front page features, theme and testimonial sections. And with the Pirate Phone plugin, you can enable the good-looking contact form on the front page, but I will show you more about that in the next minutes, so be sure to check the timestamps in the description box to navigate through the video. Head to Appearance, then click on Customize. Right after the customizer loads, you can see all the elements available for personalization, starting with the site identity. Here, you can select a logo for your website from your media library, or you can upload a new one by clicking the Upload Files tab here, and the Select file then. Choose the logo file, click Open, set the caption, alt text and description if needed, then click Select. Crop the image to the desired dimension and click the blue button below to finish. Set your own title here and a tagline below, then upload a site icon following the same steps mentioned for the logo upload. After you finish all the settings here, click Save and Publish. The general settings for your page sidebar layout and blog sidebar layout are here. And if you navigate to the blog page, for example, you can see live how the changes are affecting the layout. Same with the page sidebar layout, for which you can choose left, right or no sidebar at all. Typography is something you can set now through the customizer after navigating to Appearance Settings, Typography. Here you can choose the font subsets, heading font family, body font family, and for the final options you can set the body font size and heading font size as well. I encourage you to play around with all the settings until you got the perfect look and visual experience. To pair the fonts like a boss, you can use fontpair.co, which can save you a lot of time. The front page section's content is straightforward to change, because every section has some demo content and you just need to change it as needed. Big Title section is the first one, and here is the place you can upload your own image for the big title background. Title, text, button text and button URL are right below this option, and after you finish filling them with your own text, click Save and Publish. Then move to the next section. Features are specially created to say something about your products or services and why they are the best for your customers. Every feature widget can be modified after you open it. Change the icon here, the color for the icon here, and the title above the text here. You can also insert a link which will make the icon clickable and redirect the visitor to a specific page or post within your website, or to an external link as well. Before saving the changes, I need to mention that you can add new features as well by clicking the button below and then adding your own content from scratch. The default WordPress text editor available in this section allows you to use your imagination, creating content with all the formatting options within. If you know HTML, you can use the Text tab to create perfectly aligned content like in this demo. Your theme can be featured here, in this section, but if you are the one-man show for now, simply check this box to disable the section. Remember that you can do this with other sections that you don't want on your front page. A team member widget is easy to edit with intuitive fields starting with the team member image, all the way down to the social media icons fields where you can insert links to their social media profiles. If you have more team members, just click on Add New Team Member to create them. Every satisfied client is a goldmine for your marketing strategy, and this section is dedicated to your clients' testimonials. Editing the testimonial fields starts with the image, and I encourage you to request permissions for doing that. Complete all the fields below, including your client testimonial. Then save and publish all the changes. The main content of this section, as you can read here, is customizable in Customize, Widgets, Subscribe section. There you must add the Sendinblue newsletter widget, but first you'll need to install the Sendinblue WordPress plugin. After installing the plugin, you need to navigate to Sendinblue, Home and configure the plugin. And then you need to navigate to its settings and use the following in the subscription form. The subscribe section is active now and you can see it working like the demo. This section will display your latest blog posts, and here are the fields you can type in your own words. And then set the number of posts displayed here. The contact section is at the bottom of the front page, the last section. And here you can change the contact details. The contact form is automatically generated after you install and activate the Pirate Form plugin, which we already did in the first minutes of this video. But I forgot to mention that you can go to Settings, then click on Pirate Forms to change the options, Fields Settings and Fields Labels as you wish. Back in the customizer, the Colors section is where you can change the background color and the accent color as well. Here are some of the new options. The top bar will give you options to add a social menu above the main menu, for example, or contact details in the left side area of your header above the logo. To insert content into your top sidebar, go to Appearance, Widgets and then drag a text widget to your top sidebar section. To create a custom social menu, you will need a plugin called Menu Icons. One cool feature is the alignment of the navigation elements. First, the default navigation alignment is this. Next is to align all the elements to the center of the screen, and the last option will activate a new widget you can use for advertising with banners, for example. You can find the header sidebar widget by navigating to Appearance, Widgets, and then you can drag there any available widgets. You can also access the Widgets section through the customizer here. Next, if you navigate to a page like blog page, for example, there is an image in the header area behind the title. You can change that image in the third section of your header options. Did you know that you can enable alternative footer style here? Just check that box and all done. To make your footer widgets look like the demo, I recommend you watch this video to see how it's done. Assuming the menu icons plugin is installed and active, go back to your dashboard and then head to the menus link under the Appearance section. I need to mention that you need to create all the pages in the menu before adding them to the primary navigation menu. After all the elements are in place, open them to edit the fields and insert icons as needed. A home icon for this element, a list element for the blog menu item, and an envelope icon for your contact page, and so on. For the front page sections menu elements, create custom links and anchors as URL. Like features for the first one, theme for second, and so on until the last contact element. You can find the anchors list for all the front page sections in the documentation file by accessing this About Hestia link in the dashboard. All of those menu items will help your visitors to scroll smoothly through the sections of your homepage. Remember to add icons to every element in your menu before saving the changes. The final step will be to choose the location for your menu and then click the Save menu button. The shop page will become active right after you install, activate and set things up with the WooCommerce WordPress plugin, and here is another recommended video to see how it's done. One great way to grow your website is to join the growing community around Hestia on Facebook. Here you can get feedback, ask questions or share your thoughts. This is a private group, so click the link in the description box below to request access. After your access is granted, say hello and give us the link to your website. Write any question you may have about the Hestia WordPress theme, and somebody will get back to you.